G'day and welcome to Australia. This is Adam from Mad Micro RC Mods doing another Micro RC Mods video. This video is the long overdue Ford RS or Hot Wheels Coke can car conversion, where I take a stock standard 1/64 scale car in a can, something like this one, and I got this Ford RS Hot Wheels car and I merged the two together and I end up with a full RC Hot Wheels car. There's a short version of how to in this video. If you'd like to see the full version of how to do one yourself, have a look at the link in the description to the Patreon site that I have. 5 days after this upload, there'll be a full how to in full detail video to do it yourself. Also on this video there'll be a bit of driving footage and a little bit of comparison with a standard car. Before I go any further, I'd just like to quickly do some channel news about the 2,500 subscriber competition, which is still going at the moment, it would seem. This is the 2,500 subscriber car. Unfortunately, I mucked around with it, pinched a few bits off it. Steve, the guy that won the car, has not claimed it. It's been too long now. He hasn't contacted me back. So at this stage, the car is basically going to be given to someone else on the list. But that being said, because I have to rebuild the car first, I'm going to give you the option. If your name appears on the screen now, I've taken your name off the list from the original 2,500 subscriber draw. You've got the option in the comments when you contact me back and give me details as to how to contact you, so that I can basically send you the car. Tell me, would you like me to rebuild the fast car for you, or would you like to have this one-of-a-kind, one-off Ford Focus RS custom Coke can car, Hot Wheels car, with videos basically on YouTube of me making it for you? Tell me in the comments. If your name appears at the bottom of the screen right now, jump up and down, you've just won. Sorry Steve, you missed out, it took too long to contact me back. And yeah, like I said, let me know. You want the rebuilt car fast, or do you want the one-off original car that I've just built? Let me know. Anyway, also the other competition car, which is this one here, the Big Wheels car. This is the Patreon car. One of the first 25 people that subscribe to Patreon. My Patreon site, link in the description, blah blah blah, we have to say that a lot apparently. Yeah, gets to win this car. It's still outstanding now. We haven't hit 25 yet, but when we do, that one will go under the hammer and someone will win it. Or we'll draw it and someone will win it. So, I hope you like what you see. Please share, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, this is the short version on how I made a Hot Wheels car into an RC car. I used a 1/64 scale Coke can car supplied by RC Garage, and I used a Ford Focus RS Hot Wheels car. Now, it's best to get cars that match up in wheelbase and width. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of issues trying to get it to work out. Now, first thing you need to do, obviously, is drill out the rip of the Hot Wheels car. Don't do it this way. Put the car down on something. Don't hold your fingers behind it. You drill pilot holes so the drill follows the hole down, but still, you don't want to have an accident. Next thing to do would be to just rip the damn thing apart and see what you got to work with. Now, when I did this, I realized pretty quickly that rivet post at the front was going to be interfering. So I got my friend, who's very handy with the Drebly, because I can't stand the noise of him anymore, to remove the rivet post and to work it down. He actually ended up removing it almost to about 1.5 to 2 millimeters. Depends on the car and the end height you want to use. Also, I got him to deal with the guards at the same time. You will not have enough clearance for your wheels to turn unless you thin the guards out somewhat. It's a bit of a process. You can do it with a file by hand and that, but yeah, I just marked it out, handed the car over, and he handed it back, ready to go. Now, there was also the issue or the worry that I wouldn't have enough power to push the car along, because a Coke can car weighs about, or a car in a can, weighs about 20 grams. The Hot Wheels car weighs about, or the body weighs about 40 grams. So when you double the weight of any vehicle, you're going to have issues. So I put smaller rear wheels on to help cope with the guards, and also it helped gear the car down. I also installed a slightly larger motor, same as the one I used in the 2,500 subscriber draw. I'll show you how to put it in that. just to give the car higher RPMs at the motor to balance out the loss of top speed. So yeah, basically just made a front wheels into a rear wheel axle off another car and just installed it. Now there's also a lot of insulation work that went on because, as you can see, lots of exposed electronics and such, and you don't want any of those to touch the body whatsoever. I even had to insulate the aerial against the body, otherwise I wasn't getting good signal. So yeah, a little bit of insulation doesn't hurt. And also, yeah, you want to move your actuator wires to the side. Now, the next thing I had to do the guards, because the wheelbase was slightly out and I wanted clearance in the guards for good steering, is to get something that's slightly bigger than the guards but barely at all, and basically wrap it in some black sandpaper, which is oxide for steel, and just start working it in there. The interior of the car got missed out on. There wasn't enough room, but I was able to, or had to, or wanted to, at least put the windscreens and the windows back in. That was pretty straightforward. Now there were a bunch of other steps and things which you'll see in the Patreon version of this build video. Basically, I learned a little bit myself in doing this one, but the end result, I think, was a complete success compared to the helicopter especially. So yep, link in the description, Patreon site's there, subscribe or donate to help these videos on YouTube and Patreon videos along. You want to see the full build in full detail, go there. Hope you like what you see. Adam out. Okay, this was the first time I ever drove the car. I must say, putting the higher RPM motor in it definitely compensated for having a gear down or smaller rear wheel diameter. The car seems to have really good acceleration and also seems to have really good top end. Having a slightly heavier body kit on the car doesn't seem to destabilise it whatsoever. It actually seems to help it have a smoother run. So yeah, I'd have to say this one's a complete win. When you first build a car, it's best to always do a bit of test driving and backwards and forwards, and your tyres and wheels will wear in, and the thing will actually go and handle a bit better after a while, and things will loosen up, it'll go a bit faster too. So I decided to do a little bit of versus, just to sort of compare. It's a stock standard car on the left, and the Hot Wheels one on the right, obviously. And it was a bit of a surprise. There wasn't much in it. And if you have a look at the finish line there, the Hot Wheels car was actually accelerating away and going to pass. The other comparison I did was when you hit a wall, generally there's no damage, the place the car bounces off, makes a little bit of a noise. The Hot Wheels car is like a hammer hitting the wall, and surprise, surprise, like a hammer, it also left a mark. Now, for a bit of fun, because one car literally weighs twice what the other one does, I thought I'd just do a little bit of crash testing. So you can definitely see a weight advantage working there if you were mucking around with these cars with your friends and you had the Hot Wheel car, you just push them off the track. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'll be doing another Hot Wheels Coke can car in the near future. It'll be a full proportional one using a Planktrico control system and a car well and truly worthy of that modification also. Congratulations to Guy the dog and Nick RC. I hope you really enjoy this car if you pick it, or the other one. I must say, out of all my micro RC cars that I've built in this scale, this is actually by far one of the best. And if Nick picks the Hot Wheels car over the other car, the Hot Wheels car will be sadly missed. I was actually really starting to enjoy the thing. I've only driven it 3 times, but I'll probably give it another crack before I send it away. If you'd like to support this channel or learn more about how you can do micro RC mods of your own, please check out my Patreon channel, subscribe, or just donate if possible. Every cent basically helps get another video out. I have no budget and I'm working with basically whatever I can get my hands on at this stage still. That being said, I am getting a lot of positive feedback from people, and I am getting some support on Patreon and through other means, like RC Garage for instance. So, if you like what you see, please share, subscribe, spread, and I hope to see you in the next video.